It's unbelievable. Look, we know how corrupt APRA is. We know these laws are going to go to the states. I just want to let my colleague, William Bay, who's done intensive experience with APRA, to tell you how corrupt APRA really is.
Hello, Melbourne! They did not suspend me for harming a patient, attacking a patient, or anything to do with a patient at all. They suspended me for doing exactly what you and I are doing here right now, which is exercising our democracy. Is AFRA, the Australian Federal Relations Architecture. Haven't heard about it before? I don't blame you. It is a hidden agenda behind the scenes, and it is AFRA that runs the National Cabinet, the NFRC, and the Australian Federal Financial Relations Committee. Many committees of which I'm sure you probably even haven't heard of. But it's not a conspiracy, it's all available on the pmc.gov.au website. Look it up. It's called AFRA, and they are the powers behind APRA that has suspended Duncan, has suspended Mark, has suspended me, and has prevented you, the people, from knowing the truth about the... So the corruption must stop and the corruption must end, and that begins by information sharing. So I encourage you to look it up on the Prime Minister and Cabinet website about AFRA, the Australian Federal Relations Architecture. Share with your friends, and I want to thank Tammy for organising such a wonderful event. I want to thank the doctors for coming along and standing up for freedom. Come on, doctors, come out and speak more. We need you. Australia needs you. Stand up for freedom, everybody, and I'll see you at the next rally.
21,000 nurses who could walk into a job tomorrow if the vaccine mandates were lifted. Now, they want to train. Daniel Andrews has talked about training all these new nurses. Great idea. Fund their training. It's like $15,000 per nurse to train them. Now, when they finish their training, they have to go and work in a hospital. They have to do a graduate program. That graduate program takes 1 year, and hospitals have limited spaces for these graduate programs. They only will take a handful of new nurses because they have to shadow an experienced nurse. So there's not going to be a flood of new nurses. There is not going to be all these wonderful nurses everywhere that that bloody Daniel Andrews is saying.